All right, welcome back to another video, everyone. Today we're going to be doing another Miniverse, Make It Mini, Hello Kitty, and Friends. So today we have another Kuromi and My Melody friendship pairing. Today we're going to be doing some flower planters. So let's get on into it. And before I do start, I just want to say I'm trying to figure out the lighting for my new, whatchamacallit. Let me turn this on. Maybe that would look cute. We'll see if that adds too much light or not. But sorry, I'm trying to figure out my lighting. Yeah, that's too much. For my new setup, I have my ring light, and then I have another ring light, and then a light that I'm trying to like get. I don't know. There seems to me there's like a lot of glare or a lot of shadow, but I hope it doesn't affect the whole outcome. Everything it still looks nice and bright, but I'm figuring it out. Okay, just wanted a PSA. Anyways, let's get into this. So it comes with a little doily here. It comes with a cute table. We're going to open up this. These are our planters in here. So not only does it come with a cute Karomi, it comes with a cute little My Melody. Oh my gosh, that is adorable. I love it so much. All right, and it comes with, I think, a little pack of, these looks like little roses kind of, just cute. And then these look like little daisies. So I love flowers, I love roses, I love daisies. Let's open these up. There's a little rubber band around them. I'm going to use my scissors to just chop it open. They seem to be wrapped up really well. Cute. Let's put that there. It even has a little root system. And then what is it wrapped in? A little Sunny, the mini post. Wow, look at that. Hello Kitty and Friends. That's so cute. I'll have to set that to the side. We can read that later. All right, let's open up these flowers. We got, I think these are like I said, mini roses. Same thing, a New Year mini post, and I love the roots as well. Okay, oh, I don't know if that one's gonna stand up on its own. Probably not. Okay, so basically what we're gonna doing is like we have done in the other planters. So these are planters here. If you've seen any of my other videos. If not, then stay tuned because I will show you some cool tricks. So what I want to do is open this up. I'm going to cut the top off. Ooh, look at that one flying. And try to rip it open. I think we're going to probably end up using most of this soil. So what I like to do is take it, pop it out. It's like perlite mixed with like a little bit of kinetic sand. And I kind of like to fill it up halfway. Get a base in the planter. It's nice and squishy. This one has a little bit of a smaller openings. We'll see how easy or hard this is to plant. Let's see. Push my pinky down in there. Actually, no, we'll have to use our trowel that it comes with. That is marked. It's Kuromi's trowel, actually. All right, so let's get these in there. See how much we have in there. All right, I'd say halfway. This one, push it in, just push it in. We'll probably need a little more in there. That one's, I don't know, they both have different surface areas. So what I'll do is add a little bit more, take it out, and put it on in there. Come on, it's for the greater good of the friendship. We're planting flowers together. Okay, and the tricky part after is, we'll see. Okay, so basically it shows us in the picture, Kuromi has the roses and My Melody has the daisies. So let's see. I love how, okay, they're all entangled. Which one's which? Some look like they're taller than the other. Those two, are they supposed to be stuck together? I don't want to break them. Okay, and then kind of pull these away too, just get them out. And you can rearrange them a little more after. So this is what we'll do. I like to put the plants in here. That looks perfect. And as you see, there's not that much room to shove dirt in there. So this one's gonna be a little tricky, but what I'm gonna do is grab some dirt, try to wad it up if I can, push this plant to the side here, and shove this in kind of with the plant as best you can. Oh, look at that. It's actually kind of working. Just push it in there, make sure it goes all around, tilt the plant around. Okay, that might have worked perfect actually. I need a little bit more. I can see I'm trying to cover the roots. And these planters like to, fuzzy, get out of there. Well, not these planters, but when you're doing this, the Miniverse, these ones don't come with resin, as I always say. So what they're expecting you to do is plant it, which is cool. But then you can also take it out if you want, move it around, do whatever you want. But me, I like them a little more permanent because one, I have a lot of little minis and I move them around and I do displays like in the background. I use it for, props in the background. So I like it to stay in place. So what I like to do is I will show you a little trick. You don't have to do this. Just, I always say it's my own thing that I like to do and it works for me, but you don't have to do it. Okay. So that looks actually pretty good. Mind you, we can rearrange that a little bit after. So let's get on to this one. Press it in here. I think the daisies are going to be a little bit easier because there's a little more surface in there. Yeah, we'll put that like that too. Okay. Let me get a whole bunch of dirt here. This one's going to need a lot more because it's bigger. So let's take a whole chunk of it. I'm just kind of pushing it out like I'm squirting it out. Stay in place. All right, so put the plant in sideways and then press this down. Okay, drop some down. Kuromi's gonna let us borrow her trowel because she is a best friend of ours. And see how the plant is pushed to this side a little more? We're gonna just get in there with our trowel, push it over, and kind of, that's what we can do now. Hold it back that way, grab a little bit more sand, potting soil, not sand, and then we can balance it out on this side. It's coming along great. This one, since it's a little bigger, it's a little more visual. Like visually, you can see the down into it a little bit. But I think we did good, honestly. They are pretty good planted. You can't quite see any of the things. Okay, come on, stay where I want you. Okay, so this is what this one looks like. And once I show you how to keep it in place, if you want to, then we can rearrange the flowers a little more. So what I like to do is, so that things don't move around, I use this Beetles top gel coat. It's matte top coat, which means that it's not glossy. So what I like to do is take a toothpick. I'm gonna go straight in, basically take it off the brush here. Okay, and then it's gonna drip, so move it around, and I'm gonna pour it right into this soil here. I'm gonna need a lot more than that. And my trick is to pour it in to the soil, move it around a little bit, and it's gonna get sucked in all the dirt. And once you cure it, which it doesn't, this one doesn't come with resin, like I said. I'm trying to do it closer to it. Sorry, I felt like it was like a Mission Impossible. I'm trying not to get it all over the flower. Okay, so there's a bunch in there, and what I'm going to do with my toothpick is just move it around. You can clean up the edge after. Move it around. I like to get all around the plant. Sorry, sometimes I know these things are hard to see because it's so, one, it's mini, and two, it's not a good angle. Okay, so I'm going to take my toothpick, take a little bit more, and move it around, and I'm just tapping the soil in there. Everything is going to get saturated in it. And this, once you cure it, it will not look glossy in there, so you don't worry, it'll look just like dirt, and it'll keep your plant in place, which I'm very happy about, which is what I want. You don't have to do this like I'm saying, but this is what I do to keep all my little planters in place. And so basically I'm just keep moving it around in there, tap, tap. I'm gonna wipe the edge just a little bit so that it doesn't cure on to that. And did I get some on the big flower? A little bit. Okay, we'll wipe that off after. And this one's gonna be a little more challenging to get into this, so I'm gonna try to take less on my tweezer or my toothpick. And the toothpick's a good way because it kind of leads it in there. Like as you see what I'm doing here, it can be a little challenging because it wants to drip everywhere, but if you just lead it to where it needs to go, it should be good. Sorry, this is the angles. I'm gonna add a little bit more in there, and then I'm gonna let it sit a minute, and then I will cure it up, and we'll do one final shot, but I'll come back right before I do that so that you can kind of see maybe a little bit what it will look like in there. And the longer you wait, the more it'll saturate into the soil. And as long as the soil is like wet a little bit, whatever's on top of the soil for liquid or whatever, it'll cure on in the light. We're going to cure it in the big light, and then you won't have to worry that it won't ever move again, which is the good thing because I don't really want it to move. But like I said, if you want it to move, you don't have to do this. So I'm just going to move around a little bit more. I'm going to cure it, and then I'll be right back to show you. All right, so I cured those up real quick, and it's hard to see, but if I move the flowers out of the way, you can kind of see it's not glossy in there at all, and they're not going to move around. So now we can move the flowers a little bit. They're going to move where they want, but move them out a little bit, you know. Look at that, cute. And then same with this one. It's a little more, you can see how it's not glossy in there anymore, and they won't move around. So now, like I said, you can do whatever you'd like with these. Put them in here. I think they're the cutest little things ever. And thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you, if you want to do that as some tips and tricks, leave it down in the comments. Tell me if you used my method. If not, that's totally fine. I hope you enjoyed watching this. And I have another one to add to my little Sanrio collection. There's way more to come, so thanks for watching. And please like, comment, subscribe, follow my Instagram, and stay tuned for more. Thank you so much.